and we can dispute whether they directed it on October 7th. Everybody knows indisputably that Iran financed Hamas, provided Hamas
So did
with
Israel.
weapons. Just a second. Provided Hamas with weapons, that the IRGC and the Quds Force were training Hamas. Hezbollah, backed by Iran, was training Hamas. There were 3 meetings before October 7th, one in Beirut, one in Damascus, and one in Tehran, where the IRGC, Hezbollah, Hamas, and Palestinian Islamic Jihad were together. There was a meeting in Tehran that was attended by Khamenei, the supreme leader. Now, at those 3 meetings right before October 7th, maybe they're discussing the weather. Maybe they were discussing Persian poetry. I don't know, but it is hard to believe they weren't discussing something. And the fact that they had armed Hamas, financed Hamas, and weaponized Hamas suggests to me that there is pretty overwhelming evidence that Iran has been at war with Israel for decades.
Critics of Israel will say that Benjamin Netanyahu has also been indirectly financing Hamas by allowing the funds
And they'll
going
say
to
that America backs Israel. So anything Israel does is America's responsibility too, under that same logic, right?
I think you started to make a point disagreeing with Scott about that they're not a good member of the NPT.
That's all tiny technical violations. None of that has anything to do with weaponization. It's always, oh yeah, how do you explain this isotope? And they go, well, it must have came with the Pakistani junk that we bought from Akikon. And then later that's verified. Yeah. And they go, yeah, well, we want to inspect this. Let us. And they go, no. And then they do a year later and then they find nothing there.
Yeah, that's just not the case.
That's
just
the entire history of Iran, of the IAEA's objections to Iran.
So your listeners, I know they're not going to do it because it's a lot of